お待たせいたしました。ここからは私、メリーが司会進行を担当させていただきます。よろしくお願いします。大丈夫ですか？聞こえてますか？聞こえてる。よし。はい。続いてのゲームが、ソニック・ザ・ヘッジホッグ。こちら、解説の方がいらっしゃいませんので、はい。もう、だらだらと喋る感じになっちゃうかなと思うんですけれど、まあ、良ければね、コメント、チャットでね、昨日チャットレター寝ました、大丈夫です。はい。誰か解説者、ちょっと野生の解説を求めます。まあ、とりあえずね、やっていきたいと思いますが、ね、解説者来なかったんです。まあ、これからでもね、これからソニック続くんで、良ければね、解説も来れる方、お願いいたしますということで。親フラで寝てませんから。寝てないから。寝てないから。ないから。寝てないって言えば。まだまだされてません。
Hello, everyone. It is amazing to have all you back here with us at Awesome Games Done Quick 2021.
しばらく言われるよ、これ。そうですね、なんか、アンドロイド版らしいんでね。
I gotta say, we're a solid 24 hours worth of speed running into this fine event so far. I think we can get these games done quicker, can't we? You might say we gotta go fast. Because it is now the AGDQ 2021 Sonic Block.
視聴者の中にご解説者もいらっしゃいませんか？
Bringing to all of you 4 runs full of speed. Oh boy, goodness. And we're starting with the wonderful Flying Fox and her run of Sonic the Hedgehog 2013. And report the original classic, including the addition of playing as Tails. Who Miss Flying Fox will be using as she beats the game super fast. It's going to be a great time, guaranteed to keep you all on the edge of your seat. So be sure to stick around because that is coming up next. First up, though, we've got a donation of $15 from Breezeby. She says, having a blast watching the run so far today. Putting this towards the Sonic 06 Glitch Expo because I love watching people play games. Thank you so much for that donation. And let's see where we're at right now. Currently, $10,711. We have less than $5,000 left. And we got plenty of time to get that in, so let's make it happen, people. Yo.
わかんないね。
Imagine how glitchy it's going to be when a speedrunner gets to it. It's going to be
このジャパニーズリストリームの右下に出てるからいつもそれ見てたんだけど、今回ないからわかんないっていうね。この時間からソニックゾーンです。アメリカ9時半。なるほど。
So much there. Yeah, I'm just stretching out. You always got to stretch out before you start a good run, and we are definitely going to have some good runs today with this upcoming Sonic Block. I'm really excited about it. But with the start of Sonic Block comes to a close the last prize block. So right now is your last opportunity to donate for all of the amazing prizes that were running throughout last night to this morning. A $25 donation is going to get you into all of the unique individual prizes there. Amazing prizes.
全く分かって。
Like this beautiful
その辺は確認しとけって感じよね。
I mean, just look at it. It's Echo the dolphin. It's adorable. Okay, I can't make a dolphin noise. I apologize. That was terrible. But still, the plushie, not terrible. Absolutely adorable. I believe it is a $25 minimum donation, as well as for a $25 minimum donation, this beautiful
それは違うな。それはカイルだな。
It's, you know, the ending card of Ghostbusters, an infamous game with an infamous
オフィスね、2000で結構ね、苦しめられましたよ。なんでお前出てくんのつって。
and proved the justice of our culture.
西
Not
12時。
entirely sure
あ
what
ー、な
that
るほどね。
means. Now go and rest our heroes. You really need to. They get cranky if they don't get a nap. This is also a $25 minimum donation, and there are so many other amazing
天
prizes
然の解
that
説、
you will
養
also
殖
get
の解
entered
説っ
into
て。
with a $25 minimum donation. But for the moment, I wanted to talk about some of the upcoming prizes that we have available. And all the prizes I'm going to be talking about right now go all the way through Sonic Block until the end of Skyrim, our first bonus game, a little bit later this
オ
evening.
フィス2000
Now
とか
let's
ね、
talk
難
about some
し
of
い
these
よね。
prizes. So first up, I have a poster
オフィス
here.
2000
It's
ある
got
けど
some
さ。
like hardware. I think it's kind of cool. I'm not really sure who submitted it. It's
で
probably
もい
not
い解
important, right?
説。あの色かな使ったことないな、俺
Oh,
も。
okay. Nope.
オフィス
Iggy,
XP は
Iggy
ね、
did
わ
not
かん
win.
ないんだよね、
This
俺
is
持って
from
ない。
Iggy Zig. Huge shout outs to Iggy Zig for sending it to us. I was hoping to
あ
maybe
れね。
bait him into something there.
ああ、
He
確かに
he's
検索
taken
す
the
るって
high
いう
road
力
here,
はね、
but it's a super cool
確か
poster.
に
It's a $10 minimum donation.
誰か何も聞け
And
んの
it's
そ
got all
れ
the
それ
Sega
は初
hardware
耳。
from the Sega Master System to the Sega Dreamcast. Absolutely super
XP
cool. $10
はいる
minimum
よね。
donation from now until the end
XP2002
of
のやつか
Skyrim later today. Now,
ああ、確かに。
absolutely
なんとか
beautiful
先生だよね、確かに。
framed supersonic parlor. Yeah, it's a parlor in there. That is
XP いた
incredible, right?
なんでオフィスの話してんだろうね。
Like it's so well done. I believe this is a $15 minimum donation. My reference sheet has kind of run away from me. It is, and it comes to us by way of
あー、いたいたいたいたいたいた。
Thank you so much,
魔法使いとかも
Starrin,
ね。
for sending this in. It is absolutely beautiful. It's only a
見るかがま
$15 minimum donation to get in for this parlor. It comes with a frame. It comes with a beautiful golden background. What are you waiting for? Get those donations in. Set that down to the side. There are so many amazing prizes that we have for Sonic Block. I want to talk about another one real quick. From RecTech EXE, we have a beautiful
だね
isometric Sonic
ー。
One
ね
levels painting. And I'm having a little bit of trouble getting it on camera here. It's got a lot of glare to it. But I have an image for you right here that's going to replace the lamp real quick. And that'll show you all what it looks like.
GDQ
There we
公式
go.
ツイッターにステージを
Yeah,
模
you
し
know,
た
we
写真を
have
上がって
Green
たり
Hill
して、
Zone. We have not Lava Reef Zone. That is Marble Garden Zone, as well as
デ
you
ス
know
ク
what?
トッ
I'm
プア
going
ク
to be
セサリー。
perfectly
それ
honest
はわ
with
か
you.
ん
I
ね
forgot all the Sonic 1 zones. I have Sonic 3 on my brain, but it's a
え。
beautiful
高いのはあるって見ないじゃん。偏見すぎるわ、それは。
It's a $25 minimum donation. It's about as
もう起きてると
large
起きる時間ではない
as a LED or so.
な。
It comes framed. It's
アクセサ
absolutely
リーフォ
wonderful.
ルダ。
Thank you so much to RecTech EXE for sending it out to us. I am going to quickly run away from this picture.
さ、Windows 98のアクティブディスクトップがもうさ、わけわかんなくて、なんだこれってなった。
prizes available for Sonic Block. You have to go over to gamesdonequick.com. Check out the tracker. Look at them all. We have Skyrim sketchbooks from Mirai Lindsay. We have a beautiful Skyrim wall art piece from Meredith Frederick. It's a $25 minimum donation. It is a framed piece, yay big or so, of the Skyrim logo, I believe, made out of a cast metal. It's absolutely beautiful. Make sure to head over to gamesdonequick.com and check it out. And of course, we can't talk about prizes.
おはようございます。気づいてたらね、誰か。ねえ。
two separate grand prizes this event. Both
や
of
って
them
見て
are
る
a
とさ、気づいたら寝ちゃうよね。
minimum donation, but it's cumulative.
あー、ピンボールね。Windows 2000 XP で入ってたやつ。
right now to get
老人会味わってるな。俺がなんかもうさ、
1/10 of the way into getting yourself entered for both of these amazing
俺がなんか
prizes.
話盛り上げちゃってる感あるからさ、それはちょっと申し訳ない。
This absolutely beautiful gaming PC. You can kind of see some of the LEDs on it below me to the left. It's a super cool PC. You could check out the specs of it on the tracker. It's very high end. It's got a 37
やめ
graphics
て
card in it, which
や
are
め
just
てダイヤルアッ
impossible
プ
to
と
find
か。
right now, and I'm so happy that they were able to find one for us and submit it as a prize. So thank you to Red Wolf Network so much for making that happen. Again, $250 donation, but
28.8 キロビットレートはやばいよね。
and also from our good friends over at Heroic Replicas, shout outs to David Heroic Replicas, we have a customized replica of your choice, and there are so many amazing options like this Zora guitar.
ADSL くらいの世代だからな。
It comes with a whammy bar, picks, a guitar strap. You can customize the color of it. You know, by default,
あ、でもギリ光になったかなぐらいの世代なん なんだよ。
red. The winner, I believe, from AGDQ 2020 painted theirs white, and it looks super sick. Again, huge shout outs to Heroic Replicas, huge shout outs to David Heroic Replicas for making that happen to us. And again, that's a $250 minimum donation cumulatively throughout the marathon. Now, one more quick thing I want to note before we send it back to the front and start Sonic Block is that throughout the month of January, Games Done Quick is donating all the revenue we receive from subs and bits after taxes right back to the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Here's what that means. That means when you see those hype trains going, when you see people subbing, we're going to take the portion that we receive from those subs, after we take out what we need to pay taxes, and we are going to... わかるわかるわかる。スクリーンセーバーめっちゃわかる。 What's important. If you have Amazon Prime, you have Prime Gaming. And if you have Prime Gaming, then every month you can subscribe to a Twitch channel of your choice for free, no cost to you. But, and here's the catch, the streamer gets full revenue from that subscription. So, if you have Amazon Prime, you haven't used your Prime Gaming sub, you want to... A ドライブ、B ドライブね、あったね。You want to turn all those dinosaurs in the virtual chat into lamps, like I'm sure they're going to be as...
だよね、1.44 メガバイトだよね。さすがにキロバイトじゃないよね。俺まだメガだった記憶はあったからさ、どっちだっけなと思ってさ。老人会すぎ。
And that is an amazing opportunity. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. If you are ever curious about anything about Games Done Quick, GamesDoneQuick.com, all the information is there. Check out the
2DD とかもあったんだ。
all the upcoming speed runs that are left in the marathon, and boy, there are some good ones today. You're going to be able to see all of the upcoming prizes that you can donate for, and of course, you're going to be able to see all of the incentives that you can put your donations towards when you donate for incentives like the amazing glitch exhibition.
アンチカード俺もわかんないな。
Like Iggy said, that game is broken. And why don't we send it back up to the front? Iggy, why don't you tell us
さ、富士通のさ、パソコンに入ってたゲームパックがめっちゃ好きだ。ああ、1440キロの間違い。なるほどね。8メガバイトの USB メモリ。OK あった。
And it looks like out of the 50,000
ラミーの冒険とかもなかったっけ
currently at 11,086. Y'all are showing up for this. Let's keep it going through these next few runs, and let's end the Sonic Block with the glitchiest time imaginable. It's going to be fantastic. Thank you, everybody.
RPG あったよね。
We have Jerv coming in with a $25 donation. He says, time to go even faster with some Sonic games. Indeed it is. Thank you so much.
そう、ラミーは富士通のやつなんだよね、ゲームパック。セーブデータが、INI ファイルなのいじり放題じゃん。あ、じゃんけんメールもやったわかる。はい、ゲーム画面行きましたね。そろそろね、この老人会の対話をね。そろそろね、ゲームにしてゲームを見ましょうね。ゲームの話ですよ、そろそろ。
Well, that's because this is the remastered version, which was made by Christian Whitehead, who also made other great remastered games such as Sonic CD, Sonic 2, and also worked on Sonic Mania, which we're going to be seeing later. Now we have some options to the right here. We can do things such as change the character, just like in Sonic 3 Knuckles.
はね、キャラしかわかんないからな。ゲームは全然わかんないんだよね。
Spike glitch turned off. And we're going to have the items set to Sonic 1 plus Sonic 3, and you're going to be seeing why later in the game. And you can also set the max emeralds to 7 and become super. But we're not doing all emeralds, we're doing beat the game, so we're not going to do that. Anyway, I am almost ready. Here we go.
ハンドルドが2013年リリースっていうことか。
I'm most certainly ready.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go.
このグリーンヒルゾーンの BGM は聞いたことある。
Okay, so you'll actually notice right away we have the spin dash, which is awesome. That gives us way more movement options out the box, rather than the original Genesis version. But we're also playing as Tails, which means Tails has his full Sonic 3 and Knuckles moveset. So he can fly and he can swim, and we'll be taking full advantage of his ability to fly throughout this run. And if you are familiar with the
It is
Sonic 1
kawaii よね。
1991 version, so the Genesis version, if you're familiar with that glitchless run, this
めっ
route,
ちゃチャッ
while
ト
it
と
has
同じ
some
こと言っちゃった。
deviations because of Tails' flight, it is very
そうだよね。
familiar
多分、サタン
to
コン
that
トローラー
glitchless run. So if you've seen the
つ
original
ないでやってる
glitchless
感じか
runs,
な。
you should be pretty familiar with this route that we're about to take here in Green Hill 2, as we jump down and take the bottom route using the spin dash to break through that wall, and then flying through a lot of the level. Tails doesn't care about platforming, so he's just gonna fly over a to this level here. And we're gonna take this middle route until we get to the signpost. Now, as we go into Green Hill 3, you'll notice that we will be
一色で
deviating
16
from
対
the
9になったん
typical
だ。
route.
かも。年代的にはもともと
But we
4対
have
3
time
だも
for
ん
a
ね。
very quick
4対
donation
3? 合って
here.
る合ってるよね。
Sounds great. We got $25 from Gildine. Says simply Sonic glitches. I agree real hardly. Thank you so
あれさっ
much.
きチャットで見たのはエンジンとかもそのまま移植されてるらしいけど、わかんねえ。
Yeah, so as Amber said, we are not going to be taking the
ああ、やっ
top
ぱ
route.
そうなん
We're
だ
going to
ね
be。taking the bottom route.
Yeah, so normally in the glitchless run, you would take the top route and bounce off of a bunch of monitors and enemies to be able to reach the boss and bounce on him
移植の人と同じやっ
until
て
he's
さ。
dead before his cycle even starts. Well, Christian Whitehead knew
す
better
ご
and
いな。
decided, oh, Eggman's hitbox is just not going to be active until the wrecking ball starts swinging. Which means we're just going to take this invincibility and use Tails' flight to just face tank our way through the boss, and the boss is already dead. The Green Hill 1 boss, both unimpressive and
やめて、ラミーの大冒
very
険やめて、
memorable,
もう。
despite being as unimpressive as
一
it
旦おしまい、
is.
一旦おしまい。
We also have time for a very quick donation as well.
めっちゃ前向いてるから、
Fantastic. Inary
お
sends
そ
us
らく
$25 as well and says simply Sonic, gotta go fast.
ミニ HDMI
Those
とかで
donations coming for the Sonic 06 glitch
ライブ出力してるんだと思いますけど。
expedition, yes. We're gonna go searching
Yeah,
for
that's
glitches.
hard to say it.
But you're actually seeing our very first instance of an elemental shield here in Marble 1. We're going to use two different elemental shields in this run. The first one is the fire shield from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It's going to let Tails ignore any and all fire damage. So there's lava, there's fireballs. We don't care about
そうなんだよ
them.
ね。テイル
In
ズ
fact,
じゃない
we're
んだよ
going
ね。
to
テイル
spin
スなんだ
dash
よね。
through this lava, avoid these blocks, and Tails is going to ignore any of these platforms, and it's just going to fly his way
テイルス
up
警察だ。
over the chandelier and onto the very, very bumpy terrain. That terrain is very notable for being annoying to deal with because of its constant slopes.
原作
Because if you jump at the wrong time,
ですらわかんない
you're
か
gonna go
ら。
flying off in one direction or another, and it's not fun.
レスだと RPG になってる。そうなんだよね。
But Marble 2 actually introduces probably the biggest deviation from the normal glitchless route. Here in the Android port, there is a very I'm sorry, that was Marble
レスだろ
3.
もちろん。もう違うゲームだからね。
I've time traveled. It's Sonic CD.
I'm not that fast.
そうですね。Android 版
I
で
lost count of
リ
how
リースさ
many
れたもの
stages
を
we were at.
おそらく外部出力してコントローラーで
But
プレイ
no,
してるのだと思わ
we
れ
are
ま
going to
す
take。the normal Marble 2 route while taking advantage of Tails' flight over these pits. There's one other thing that's very interesting about Tails' flight mechanic, and this is present in all of the Christian Whitehead Sonic games. Tails flies faster whenever he's flying against a ceiling, and that Marble here is no exception. Tails' normal flight speed is very, very slow if you're, trying to keep him in the air by pressing the jump button. But the ceiling, for some reason, allows us to completely ignore that. Spin dash over those gaps. The bat's a jerk. Avoid the caterpillar, avoid the chandelier.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, we're fine.
good. I do.
We have time for another quick donation.
I love it. Lady at the Kid Fox sends us $250. They say
wow.
Sonic 6 without glitches. We can't have
へ
that.
ー
Certainly, at least where we're at. We are nearly less than $2,000 away from it. So let's keep it going, everybody.
Absolutely. So you'll see here, this is our first big deviation from the
マ
glitchless
イ
route.
ルス
Now
パウ
called
アー
Direct Act.
へー
This route here does not exist in the Genesis version whatsoever. This is unique only to the Android port and takes advantage of Tails' ability to fly, or if you're playing as Knuckles, his ability to climb and glide. And this actually saves Flying Fox has told me this saves 40 seconds
40
over
seconds,
the
yeah.
40 seconds in game time over going the lower route. And you're gonna see us fight this boss with Tails' lethal weapon, his butt, and his propeller is a hitbox. Oh yeah, there we go. We have to do. Yeah, you're all good.
語が深いな、
Yeah,
全
it's very
く。
difficult to do because
まあね、とりあえずね、
he's
その
not
話は一旦やめましょう
flying
ね。
side, he's going like that. So it's really difficult to do, especially when you're trying to avoid the fire flames.
Yeah, and we call that flight
Stop.
management, where you do have to manage the amount of time
ダメ
you're in the air
で
as
す。
well as maintain good
それ以
control
上
over
はいけない
Tails.
ので、本当
Well,
に。
usually avoiding things that Eggman's throwing at you.
本当
Usually
に
in
いけ
this
ないの
case
で。
it's fire. In Starlight, it is like the spike balls. In Spring Yard, it'll be the spike coming out of the bottom of his Eggomatic. But we're able to go through the bottom of this platform here to pick up the speed shoes. Also, shoutouts to Cope. Spring Yard is my favorite part of Sonic 1. But we're able to fly over most of the stage. That wall we jumped off of and flew is not solid. But there's a wall here at the end that normally is. It's extended so you can't fly through it. So we have to drop down to be able to hit the switch and move through the level.
I'm hoping this jump's gonna go well with the next act. It's well, the space is tight.
ジャパニーズストリームモデレーターいますよ、一応。一応っていうか、普通にいます。
Here in Spring Yard 2, that jump is way tighter than it looks. There's very little room to do that. Shoutouts to CPU.
次からゲームの話をします。すいません。
We're gonna fly over these enemies here, and then we're going to spin dash and jump off the slope, fly down, and hopefully hit this. Yep, we're gonna take damage here to use our invincibility frames or iframes, so we will spin dash through. We're just gonna jump into this middle platform.
ただいまモデレーターから言いましたけど、深夜ではありますが、ルールに沿ったコメントをお願いします。おばあちゃんに言っても恥ずかしくない言葉で。ということなので、本当によろしくお願いします。確かに雑談で盛り上がるけど、ちょっとね、さすがに行き過ぎたことはね、NG なので、そこはよろしくお願いいたします。
This is going to be very satisfying if Flying Fox can get it. Yes.
It's
that is so
very tight.
It's very tight, but it's so satisfying when you get it.
Oh yeah.
You can get that as Sonic or Knuckles. You can get that in the vanilla version as well, the 1991 version. But Tails here is going to ignore all semblance of platforming to be able to get to the top route as quickly as possible. We're going to weasel our way into this alcove with the invincibility and speed shoes and be able to take these all the way to the boss. Assuming everything goes off without a hitch.
Oh, hi, subpixels. There's still a thing in this game, by the way.
Yeah, if you've ever watched Sonic speedruns, you've probably heard the classic runners complain about a thing called subpixels. They are a fraction of a pixel that can
カテゴリがテイルスビルドゲームなん
reach
で
a dead stop on a
テイルス
slope
指
of
定
any
ですね。
kind. But very good boss fight there. Couldn't take full advantage of the invincibility, but Tails doesn't care. I think the only thing more OP than Tails is Super Tails.
Yeah.
We're going to be moving into Labyrinth One, which is everyone's favorite zone. For those of you who do actually like Labyrinth One and could not figure out my sarcasm, how do you like the zone? I just feel free to explain why you like Labyrinth in the chat and like try to change my point of view here.
ちゃんと確認しとけって話なんですよ。
Here in Labyrinth, we're actually going to spin dash and jump over this
なんかマイク殴っちゃった気がするけど、ちょっと気のせいだね。
pit of water to be able to take the top route. Normally in the Genesis version, if you were Sonic, you would have to go down, hit a switch, spawn a platform, go back up, and take the platform to cross that gap. Tails doesn't care, neither would Knuckles. And it's significantly faster. Nice 10,000 points.
Gotta get it for good luck, you know?
Gotta get that good luck
無敵時間
10,000.
さん
Which, speaking of which, do we have any donations?
Indeed we do. We have Sad Cheese coming in with a $100 donation. They say, go Flying Fox, save the animals.
Excellent. Thank you so much for y'all's generosity. Like, seriously, I love watching, like, how much money GDQ raises every year, but here in Labyrinth 2, we actually have a lot of underwater segment here. We're actually going to take the spring up and hit this monitor, which will expose the switch to be able to progress. We're going to grab this invincibility here to be able to go through all these spears, spikes, enemies, and other hazards of different persuasions to be able to just kind of ignore everything and get through as quickly as we can, hopefully without hearing the spooky, scary drowning music.
テイルス選ぶことのメリットを、そのこの解説さんが力
Well,
説
I
して。
apologize. Brace for like having your childhood
こういうことあ
anxiety
ると
come
ね
back.、
本当に英語を理解しなきゃっていう、ね、
It's not too long though.
ことは
Yeah, there we go. It is very, very comfy
思う
to
も
be
の
able
が
to
あ
just
る。
get through. It's a lot scarier in the vanilla version when you don't have spin dash to help you move through a little faster.
シャドウは好きだよ。
Labyrinth 3 is going to introduce
シャドウ
our
普通にかっこよく
second
て。
elemental shield. This is the only other time we actually make any use of another elemental shield in this game. It's going to be the bubble shield, of course, which is very, very useful in casual and in speedruns here in Labyrinth. So no more spooky, scary music so long as we're able to hang on to the shield.
ちょっと
It is
英
also
語を
going
早
to
く
be
書き取らない
our
と
lifeline throughout this act.
いけないのでね。
We do not pick up any rings because we are taking the bottom route. We're gonna spin dash off this platform over here. Tails' doggy paddle is so delightful. We're gonna hopefully not hit any spikes as we go through this current. Excellent. Take the spring up to this switch. Swim our way down
緑の
into
音
this
と なん
next
か違うんだよ
segment
な。
and make our way up. The flying.
Oh,
Okay,
Drillbot.
Drillbot, why are you like this? That's okay,
I
though.
don't like
わかんない
this
からね。
anymore. I'm gonna have to
み
get
ん
the
な持って
backup
るバリ
shield
アが
now.
ソニックすぎる。
Yeah,
へ
so
ー
Flying Fox is going to take this checkpoint, and there's also a backup lightning shield, which it's not going to do a whole lot of good as a lightning shield. It's not going to be magnetic
その
because
方が
there's
先
no
生
rings,
丁寧に解
and we
説して
don't
くだ
double
さい。
jump because we're not Sonic, but it will protect us from one hit during this boss climb that's coming up, which Flying Fox is actually going to attempt a very, very tight strat that involves what we call fast flight.
No, I backed
nope.
out.
No worries.
Sorry,
That is absolutely
sorry.
fine. We're gonna take this climb normally.
Difficult.
It is
very
in fact
difficult
very
to do.
difficult. If you want to see what that strat looks like, it is 4 consecutive what we call fast flights, where you space your flight input from your jump input in such a way that you get the most vertical momentum that you can, and you actually stay mostly above Robotnik throughout the entire climb. If you want to see what that looks like, take a look at Flying Fox's PB. It is currently tied with the world record. That's a 13:22 in game time, and it's a very impressive run nonetheless.
ソニックも全くやってないから
Starlight is
ね
the。breath of fresh air
わからな
after
い。
Labyrinth, whether you're playing as Tails or anyone else. And it's also the zone where a new act, it's one of the acts where a
やっぱ
new
ソニッ
route
クはこ
has
の
been
スピード
added
感が本当
to
に
the Android
見て
version,
て気
but
持
we
ちいい
do
なとは
not
思う。
take it. It happens to just be slower, which is unfortunate, but you'll see a signpost right down here that shows that would come from that added route. But we have time for
あ
another quick
奏者さん
donation.
のカメラの後ろ。
Fantastic. Red Mage 5 sends us $50 and says, gotta
確
go
かにソニッ
fast.
クが
Let's
斜めっ
get
て
that
る。
Sonic 06 exhibition. Thank you so much. And we are less than $800 away from meaning that. Let's get it in, people.
Let's go. The Starlight
Right.
2.
Let me see if I can get this jump right. Yes. There we
Nice
go.
big jump there.
Thank
That
you.
skips us having to take a spring up to the top route. We're actually going to make our way very slowly to the middle route, and Flying Fox is going to try to show off a funny way to end this level. It is slower, but it's only by a few seconds, and it is very amusing when it works. There we go. First try getting over that fan. Tails teleports here, and there he goes. Bye, Tails. Can't believe Tails is
He
dead.
does that. I don't know why he does that.
Yeah, we don't know
I
why
love
that
it.
works and Tails doesn't die because reasons. So
奏者の方は
Starlight 3 is
テイル
pretty
スレビューで
comfy.
世界一
It
タ
is
イ。
more of the Tails ignoring
道
platforming
理
and
で。
flight management in the boss. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss it over to the host for donations.
Fantastic. We have $15 generously donated by Liz Star. They say, hey, FF, you're going so many miles per hour over here. This run is so good. It'll be quite the tale to tell in the future.
Oh my god.
Good luck on the go fast, friend. Put this towards 06 glitches because, duh. Thank you so much.
1日前。
And
す
we
ご
also
い
have
な。
$25 from Kirby Master. He says, observe the Magoo as he goes rolling through chat.
Oh my god.
Have you ever seen something so majestic? If Flying Fox is impressed, she responds with a GDQ world record. Good luck, FF, and just Magoo it. Donation to Final
積
Flame.
もってますね。
I mean, Flying Fox's choice. Thank you, Kirby Master. And we are almost $750 away from meeting that glitch exhibition, guys. You guys have been so incredible. Let's wrap it up. Let's get it
Hey, y'all
done.
have, I think you have till the end of Sonic 06? When does that close?
Let's just assume it's as soon as possible and get it met because we are so
Yeah.
close right now.
ビズムって普通にクリアっていう意味で
So,
は使われるのか
what
ね
do。I have to say about Scrap Brain? Probably nothing positive.
わあ。
But Tails' flight thankfully makes Scrap Brain a lot safer. There are some really notorious death pits, and there's also peanut butter and jelly sandwich platforms there spinning. I can't unsee it. Shoutouts to 2chan and Alice Noon for pointing that out and ruining my childhood. I got to
And you ruined it for
subsequently
me as
ruin.
well.
I got to ruin it for you too.
Yeah, I can't unsee it now.
失礼しました。
Here in Scrap Brain 2,
リグレーション
we're
が
going to
待
be
ってる
taking the
わ。
top
ちょっ
route.
と待ってね。
These
調べてく
wheels
るから。
here, Tails is landing on them just fine, but sometimes Tails just does not want to cooperate and will not land on them if you're flying into them. We're going to try to avoid damage here. If we do take damage on these conveyor belts, that's more than okay. We can just spin dash our way using our iframes. Avoid these crushers. And then there are going to be some saws on a conveyor belt coming up next that we will intentionally damage ourselves on. We'll be able to spin dash right through. We have some safety rings, which is good. And once we get through here, we're going to hope that these upcoming spike balls don't... nope, never mind.
Yeah, no.
That's a commentator's curse.
Yeah, actually doesn't matter if you do get hit.
Yeah, you have the
So I
spin
found
dash,
out
so
it's
it is...
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine. So moving into the cutscene leading into Labyrinth Act 4. I'm sorry, did I say Labyrinth Act 4? I meant Scrap Brain 3. Or were we kidding? It's Labyrinth 4. The bottom route is actually going to be faster here, and the way you get that is by beating this platform out. It is very slow, so it is not a race you should be losing. But it is definitely imperative that we stay on this bottom route here. Don't fall down where that chomper was, and then avoid these spike balls. Bounce off of this enemy, hopefully. Go. Up we go. Avoid the drill bot and into the spring, into the final boss. So this boss is different in the Android version. In the Genesis version, you can have two possible RNG manipulation paths to be able to get the same Eggman pattern here, guaranteed every time. You can't manipulate that in this boss. Bright side is we do have the spin dash that lets us stay in the center and be able to spin dash away from the lasers and be able to hit the boss almost no matter where he spawns. But as we get the last 4 hits, do we have one more donation for this run?
Yes, we do. The Sound Defense sends us $100 and says, some of you may prefer that we not see the Sonic 06 glitch exhibition, but I have bad news for you. It's no use. Thank you so much.
It's no use. Thank you, TSD.
もう終わり？もう終わんの？早くない？何が何だか分かってませんよ。
All names I recognize, all names are of which are very good friends. That is the final hit on the final boss. So time will be when this when the screen fades to black and Tails is gonna have some
エッグマンに先に追いついてるの本当面白いんだけど。
There we go.
And that's time.
GG on that.
Thank you.
Everyone loves a
Okay.
celebratory moonwalk.
Yeah, I found that.
気づいたら終わりましたね。
Alternative engine to Starlight 2 not long ago, so I thought I've got to add these to the run.
Yeah. Definitely Definitely a good run, I think. Really good showcase. You did
レーサー
fantastic.
可愛いですね、
I'm
本
just
当に。
glad I didn't die.
2003 RTA?
I don't know what it is.
You don't know what that translates to in IG.
No, I
For
forgot
those
to
of you who
check.
are wondering, this game is timed in-game time, where we just add all the level segments up together. We don't really know what that equates to in real time, so it's still like under 5 minutes under estimate. Fantastic run, in other words.
Sorry, this is important.
What's up?
Present, I just got pinged. If it didn't get mistimed, it's 13:19.
That
a
would
new
be
world
world
record.
record. That would be world record if that's correct. Congratulations if that's true.
What I was doing was messing around.
割れることない？
I'll double check. I'll
待って言って
I'll let you guys know.
た。いつも待って言ってんのバレちゃうじゃん。
Discord just in case.
すごい。
Sorry, I'm a little
Chat
bit
is
shocked at the
blowing
moment.
up right now. Oh, it was already
done
shown
it.
off in the run. That's the best part, is that we spent time
Eh,
to show that
so-
off, and it's probably also still world record. That is like the best world record possible. You have a joke ending in Starlight 2.
Oh god, I'm getting.
You doing
pings,
okay
I'm
there,
sorry.
Fox?
Yeah, sorry, my hands are shaking. And I'm
You
getting
did
so
great.
many pings right now on Discord. I'm sorry.
Do you want to shout out, do
What
any
the
shout outs or
listener?
anything? Where can people find you, Flying
Nice,
Fox, if they
awesome.
want to find more of your content?
Well, I have a YouTube. Obviously, I stream on Twitch. I have a Twitter. I have my own Discord. There's links in my Twitch channel if any of you are interested. Should we do shout outs?
Yeah, absolutely.
The only shout out I can do is thank you so much to the Sonic community and to my community as well. They've been fantastic because I just, yeah.
And I'll go ahead and shout out Flying Fox for having me on for commentary. This is the third time I've commentated for GDQ
あ
Sonic
あ、
Block,
そうなんだ。
and
テイストナックルズ
it's
は
once again a
移
game
植
I
で
don't
追加され
run.
た。
Yeah.
And I'm always happy to do
向け
this.
12万ま
Yeah, thank you so much for helping.
まとか言って。
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And shout outs to the rest of the Sonic
もう待って言
community.
ってんの
Y'all
バ
are
レちゃうじゃ
fantastic. You
ん。
are
本当だ、12万だ、すげえ。
online home away from home. So, thank you all for having us.
今お昼か。なるほどね。はい。あ、
Thank
ソ
you
ニック・
so
ザ・ヘッ
much.
ジホッグ、
Flying Fox.
テレスピーったゲー
A
ム。
potentially world record run as we wait for confirmation on that.
だらだら喋ってるだけでしたが。
That incredible commentary.
はい。
Oh
というわけで、
my goodness.
続いてのゲームの準備をしてまいりますので、
GDQ.
失礼いたします。